Well, I missed that 3, 2, 1. But we're live again, and we are listening to Native American Flute Music on YouTube. Free family. I'm going to read the affirmation again. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breast, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. I don't know what happened, family. It just cut off, but I'm back. Last time, the last sacred circle discussion that I did on the blog talk, I ended on chapter. Oh, we going so slow, family. Just a recap. I started over in the book, and I'm reading it cover to cover. I'm going through through everything. I'm going through it all. So we're gonna do it all together. Yes, we're gonna do it all together, and we're gonna do it bits and piece. We're gonna do it piece by piece, by piece by piece, until it all comes together like a puzzle. Yeah. We left off on page 12 with the 42 laws of Ma'at, and I'm gonna read the 42 laws of Ma'at, family, before I go on reading in the book. Before I do that, let me read the copyright information again for Facebook's sake. I'm reading Sacred Woman: A Guide to Healing the Feminine Mind, Body, and Spirit by Queen Afua. Copyright 2000 by Queen Afua, Helena Robinson, all rights reserved. Leaders and readers, y'all. Hashtag that. Leaders and readers. Shout out to KLX and shout out to Fleur Broom. My sister, she's always making sure that we have the most up-to-date information on what's going on in this cipher. And I appreciate you, sis, for that. Thank you. Peace and love. Okay, so page 12, 42 laws of Ma'at, and they go. I will not do wrong. I will not steal. I will not act with violence. I will not kill. I will not act unjustly. I will not cause pain. I will not waste food. I will not lie. I will not desecrate holy places. I will not speak evil. I will not abuse my sexuality. I will not cause the shedding of tears. I will not sow seeds of regret. I will not be an aggressor. I will not act guilefully. I will not lay waste the plowed land. I will not hear false witness. I will not set my mouth in motion against any person. Excuse me. I will not be wrathful and angry except for a just cause. I will not copulate with a man's wife. I will not copulate with a woman's husband. I will not pollute myself. I will not cause terror. I will not pollute the earth. I will not speak in anger. I will not turn from words of right and truth. I will not utter curses. I will not initiate a quarrel. I will not be excitable or contentious. Contentious? I will not prejudge. Peace and love, Emmanuel. I will not. No. Okay, we're gonna back it up. I will not initiate a quarrel. I will not be excitable or contentious. I will not prejudge. I will not be an eavesdropper. I will not speak overmuch. I will not commit treason against my ancestors. I will not waste water. I will not do evil. I will not be arrogant. I will not blaspheme inter the one most high. I will not commit fraud. I will not mistreat children. I will not mistreat animals. I will not defraud temple offerings. I will not plunder the dead. Those are the 42 laws of Ma'at. And at the bottom it says, today we only need to look to the source of this knowledge as presented in the 42 laws of Ma'at. The 42 Laws of Ma'at, and I'm going on, family, to page 13 at the top of the page. If you're following with me, read along. If not, just rock with me. All right? Peace and love. Who's that? Somebody liked it. Let me turn this down just a little bit more. I feel like y'all can't hear me very well, because I can hear this music. You know what? Let it ride. I got a like. That means you can hear me. The 42 Laws of Ma'at. This moral and ethical guide is the legacy left to us by our ancient Nubian Kemetic ancestors. Egyptologists refer to them as the negative confessions, or the declarations of innocence. The interpretations below came through Heru Ankh Ra Samaj, chief priest of the Shrine of Ptah in New York City. Unlike the Ten Commandments, which came from an exterior power, the 42 Laws of Ma'at inspire personal responsibility and accountability to one's own indwelling divinity. We recite them at sunrise and sunset. In the morning we say, I will not. In the evening we say, I have not. In this way we conduct a daily moral inventory for as Kemites. Y'all help me if I know I'm saying it wrong. Every day is Judgment Day. Hetepu, peace and blessings. The basis of Kemetic society. Every day of my life I maintain a healthy body temple as my ancestors did before me. By blessing and consuming the 4 elements to protect body, mind, and spirit from disease, I activate the element of spirit through meditation and Hesi, chanting. This element of spirit permeates all the elements, for Inter and nature are one. My earliest ancestors were mostly vegetarians, particularly the priestesses and the priests. They understood the necessity for purity in performing spiritual work. Unlike many spiritual teachers of today, the basic Kemetic diet consisted of beans, lentils, peas, barley, millet, nuts, fruits, such as dates, melons, and pomegranates, vegetables such as onions, cabbage, and peppers, and healing herbs such as gotu-kola, nettle, aloe, garlic, and parsley. And when they were invaded by Asian nomadic shepherds, the Shasu, Hyksos, more flesh foods entered the diet, thus sowing the seeds of our ultimate deterioration. My ancestors founded their entire society upon the divine spirit Inter, which kept them in a state of continual purification, meditation, wellness, and harmony of the soul, body, and mind. Everything they did was sacred and Inter driven. And I already said that, family, like, pause for a moment. Everything, and this is what I did, this is what I've been doing for literally, like, just before, let's say a week ago. I'll give myself around about a week, give or take a few days. Before that, I had not realized that every moment, like, that's why we have to live in the moment. That's why this is the only moment. The only moment that exists is right now. Nothing else exists. The past is over. Everything that happens after this is over. It's done. Like, it's over. It's in the past. And everything going forward is in the future. It hasn't come yet. So the only thing that we really have is right now, family. And so right now, in this moment, I choose to see what I see. And that's how I've been operating in, spirit driven, Inter. Yes, driven by Inter. So that's what's been going on with me, family, for about a week or so. I'm actually under the impression that it's been going on a lot longer than I've been giving myself credit. But hey, we here, we out here, we are here, and we remember. Yes, big ups to the ancestors. Shout out to all my ancestors. your ancestors are in you. They are your ancestors are who make you. You're a composition, you're a compilation, you're a composite being of all the elements and the ancestors that came before you. Yes, you are. I talk to my ancestors. I hear them. I hear all of them. Sometimes it'll be like one voice, but you can hear many voices in that one. You can hear the vibration and the echo and all of that good stuff. You can hear it. You can hear them. I can hear them. I say hear, but it's more of a sense of knowing. Yeah, it's more of a sense of knowing. You can it's I can say hearing because that's when you're talking, when you're thinking and you hear that voice in your head, that voice, yeah, Ashe, that voice that you hear, that's the voice. But for me, it's many voices. It's not just one. Sometimes it's my voice. Sometimes it's somebody else's. um. Most of the time, it's my guardian. It's my angel that watches over me, and I can hear him very clearly. Yeah. Um, we'll talk about him later, William. I have to talk about it because Will Johnson is on. Peace of love, Will. Yeah. So I have to talk about him because I see him. He's letting me know that he's present. He's with me always. So yeah. Again, signs and symbols, family. Always, always signs and symbols everywhere. Just look and see. Just look and see, and you'll see it. You'll see what you will see what you came to see. You see what's here for you to see. So I'm going to read this again. It says, "My ancestors, uh, everything they did was sacred and inter-driven, from their work to their clothing, from their relationships to their homes, temples, and government. The entire society was directed by the 42 laws of Ma'at, the moral code of ethics that later inspired the Ten Commandments. This belief in the sacredness of life and of all things helped them maintain a thriving nation. Like the Hunzas in the Himalayas today, my people were for thousands of years an unpoliced, peaceful people. Today, their example of a divine civilization offers us a model that could, if put into practice, create global healing. Family, this I have to read the book because it is a part of my existence. It's a part of who I am. It's come to me, so I must read the book. I must honor myself and read this book. And each time I read a line in this book, family, it puts me in alignment with my divine life purpose. I promise. Global healing, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to heal a nation. I mean, and not the melanated nation. I'm here to heal the globe. I'm here to heal the earth. I'm here to heal Mother. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to heal. Yeah, I'm here to heal Gaia. Yes. This global healing is most definitely taking place, family. It most definitely is. There has been a shift in the ether. There's been a shift all over the universe, family. There's been a shift all over the universe, and a lot's going on. I don't know how much of the information I could tell y'all, family, because I get downloads for real. I get like real live information. Like, I don't know if I can share it with y'all. I have to meditate on it. I'll get back to y'all and let you know if I can share it with you, because there's all types of stuff going on that we're not consciously aware of. If you're tapped in, then you are consciously aware of what's going on in places and stations around you, you know that it is, if it's not actually happening to you, it's not happening in your physical reality, then you know it's really it's happening on a collective level. It's happening on a larger a different level. But you can tap into it. You can tap into it just like you can tap into yourself. You can tap into the consciousness of the collective. You can tap in to the consciousness of any part of, any aspect of your being. And that includes outer aspects like family, friends, co-workers, the police, the government. Yeah, family, you can tap into all of that. It's hot in here. It's not. It's me. But I'm working. I know as long as I keep talking to y'all, I'm going to find I'm going to get there. We're going to get there. This is how they work with. This is how they operate on me. This is how I get my healing. Talking to you all. I'm gonna keep reading. Kemetic spiritual practices. I rise at the hour of Nebhet dawn to call out in prayer the 42 laws of Mayat to spiritually secure my day. Then I place a Mayat feather in my hair. Family, do you see? I spoke about these feathers at the top of the show. This is what I'm talking about. This is how in alignment, this is how things flow. This is how energies flow. I just spoke about these, and here they are. And now I know that these are a representation of the feathers of Mayat, and I should probably do something like that, family, because feathers, I found out, are an extension. You can extend your antenna, you can extend your reception with feathers, and you can also fan energies with feathers, family. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, well, I don't know how many. I don't know. I just know I can. You can fan energies. You can fan, the electromagnetics. You can fan them. You can fan them up. You can fan them down. Yeah. I'm gonna keep this feather in my hair. It looks pretty cool. I like it. Where did I end? I place a Mayat feather in my hair to encourage me to live in right and truth throughout my day. For I am responsible for what I create. My ancient African ancestors taught us how to love ourselves through the divination of the body members, showing us that every part of us is a divine aspect of the Creator. For our eyes of Het Heru, beauty, to our feet of Ptah, stability and strength. This healing ritual, which appears in our African holy book, the Pert Heru and Ger, the Book of Coming Forth by Day from Night, misnamed the Egyptian Book of the Dead by Egyptologists, teaches us how to love ourselves more each day so that we can be of greater service in uplifting humanity. My Kemetic ancestors had a powerful way of bringing our spiritual bodies into balance and healing. It was done by giving us sacred words to speak in our meditations to evoke the resurrection of our Ka, or soul. My favorite is Nukpu, Nukku, Amiku, Kimam, Keperu, Inter, Hau. I am that I am, a shining being dwelling in light, and I come from the limbs of the Most High in turn. I speak these words daily, for they make me feel spiritually confident that I am divine by nature, because I am the essence of the Creator. This fills my soul and makes me complete as an interhemet, a sacred woman. My people use beauty, art, music, and dance to elevate the spirit. We were the originators of the guitar, the harp, the tambourine, and the drum. Art was seen as a beautiful, holy expression of the divine. For my people believed that beauty and goodness are an expression of Inter, the divine creator dwelling within us. So today we celebrate many ceremonies, rituals, and services artistically for the glory of Inter. To this day, our music, our voices, and our songs often tame the violent, beastly nature of all who would destroy or oppress life. And I speak life, family. Yes, 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 yes. It's the Native American flute music, sis. It's on YouTube. It's called Native American Flute Music, Meditation Music for Shamanic Astral Projection Healing Music. It is very peaceful and very calming. I listen to it all the time. Very peaceful. I've even, you know, I've even astral projected to it. It actually helped me to feel, be comfortable with the idea, because when I first learned that I could, when I first realized that I could astral project, it scared the shit out of me, family. I can't lie. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, whoa, what is this? Yeah. But I knew that I was okay, and I felt like as long as I'm okay, then I shouldn't be afraid. I shouldn't be scared. I'm good. And I found this music, and it brought me so much peace. It brought me the most peace, and I was able to, like, I remember a time when I would listen to music like this and be freaked out. I didn't want to listen to it because I thought it was freaky. I thought it was different. I thought it was weird. And when I found it, and this is, a little ways into, my self-realization. Well, yeah, coming into self-realization, I listened to it. The first time I listened to it, I remembered when I thought it was freaky, and it was, I laughed because I found so much peace and calm. It opened my heart chakra. It made me feel so at peace with just being where I am in the moment. It gave me so much peace, sis. And all I could do was laugh because I remembered when I thought it was freaky, and I would have cut it off. I would have cut it off immediately. Like, I don't want to listen to that mess. That shit's freaky. Cut the. Why you listening to that freaky music? Like, I think the group was Enya. Uh, that plays that, like, it's kind of like this, but it's more Celtic. Yeah, it's more Celtic than Native American, and that music was freaky too. But it kind of gave me it got me used to listening to spiritual music, and actually like listening to just the sound and the vibration and the harmony. Yeah. So this right here gets you right, and it's 9 hours long, so you can sleep to it. You can put your headphones in and sleep, like literally go to sleep, fall asleep to it, and it'll take you places you've never been before. It'll take you places that you'll remember. Yeah. That's real live. It'll take you places that you'll remember, for real. I love you, sis, anytime. Yeah. It's on my YouTube. If you can't find it, go to my YouTube. It's in my meditation music. Yeah, I save everything that I use. So I save it and share it with the world. You hear the wolves? Yes, sis. Oh yeah. Yes. have a new gift, family. It's not a new gift. It's an inherent gift. All of our gifts are inherent. We just have to tap into them. I wonder if I could do it to the Native American flute music. I love you too. Okay, I guess I have to because my temperature's going up. All of a sudden, it's going up. So yeah. Um, and I did it last night while we were outside grounding ourselves. Travis was running. He was dancing circles around me, and I was beatboxing, family. I was going. How did it go? It's really quiet right now, so hold on. Let me see if I can get it. I'm really quiet with it right now, but I'm getting better. I'm practicing. If the spirit moves me to do it, family, I will. You'll hear me do it if the spirit moves me. And I can't lie. A couple weeks ago, a brother came on the blog talk and he was going to rap. He was going to rap, family. He was going to flow. I say rap, but he was going to flow. Hip hop. I don't think they say rap. They say flow. Yeah, but he was going to flow for me, family. And he didn't have a beat. I gave him a beat. But he said it was too futuristic. I'm like, damn, because the joint was flowing. It was really flowing. I was like, what? Like, if I could flow, I would want to flow to that because that's that beat, that's that beat. And it was, but it is what it is. It was too much for him. He couldn't do it. He needed a simple beat. I guess a simple beat will suffice for anybody. But when he said that he needed a simple beat, I wanted to, something in me wanted to do it, but I chickened out, family. Well, he chickened out too, but we both chickened out. So y'all didn't hear nothing. Y'all didn't hear him rap. You didn't hear me beat. But I promise, if you come on the show, if you come on the blog talk, especially on Friday mic night, Friday open mic night, yeah, you come on the show Friday open mic night, and you need a beat, I got you. I got you. That's my word, and word is bond, right? Yeah, that's my word. I won't take it from you. You just gotta give me a minute. Let me get over the nerves. Yeah, cause I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. It's new. I feel like it's new. It's not really new. I've been doing it my whole life. When I'm sitting and I'm studying, especially when I'm studying and I'm not paying attention, I sit here and go, yeah, and I will sit and you might catch me. You might catch me for real. I make noises, and I actually shared it with my sisters the other day. I make bird noises too. So, like, yes, family. Yeah, it's weird. But it's mine. I keep it. It's mine. I love it. It's my voice. It's my sound. And that's what I'm in love with the most, sounds and vibrations. Because it's everything, family. That's all we are, sounds and vibrations. We move by sound and vibration. Yeah. Before the word was a sound. Before the word was a sound, family. Yeah. I don't even know where I left off on this thing. Because I was being over here doing. Yeah. Look, I got a cool breeze coming through, family, and there's no windows open. They cool me off when I do what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, they cool me down when I'm in alignment. When I'm doing, yeah. I'm still hot though. It's hot in here because we don't have no AC and there are no windows open. I mean, I think the windows are open upstairs, but we're not upstairs. Yeah. Children's Hospital. Shout out to Children's National and all. Matter of fact, bang. Instead of writing a letter, I'm gonna write a video. I was wondering why this stuff was sitting here, family. So while we were in the hospital, there were quite a few souls that came to us, to myself and Travis, to our aid, especially to his, because he needed it, family. He needed it. He needed all the healing and all the love and all the support and all the compassion he could muster to get through this, family, to get through it without being damaged. The video on the picture change. What? Sis, what? I'm gonna turn this down for a moment. Yeah. Now it's as low as it can get without being off. That video on the picture. I have no idea what you're talking about, sis. But that's okay. I had to stop reading the book for a moment. Spirit moved me to stop, family, so I had to stop. I will pick it back up in a moment, but right now I was fanning. Did you see it? Did you see the envelope? Oh, here we go. I was fanning the envelope, family, and it has Children's National on it, right? So I saw it. This is, like I said, signs and symbols. I saw it, family. I saw the children's. I saw it as I was fanning it. Okay. Now I told you I'm looking with these eyes, but I'm seeing with my first eye. I'm seeing with my first eye. Okay. And so I saw it, and so that let me know. That's why I have this sitting in the chair behind me. I have this sitting in the chair behind me because these are the souls that came to us to let me know that everything is going to be all right. That we are operating in divine purpose and divine will and divine order. That's what they let me know each and every step of the way, the entire time we were at that hospital, from the moment we got there to the moment we left, family. Yeah, even the Uber driver was amazing. Travis was in a lot of pain when we left, but that Uber driver was oh so careful. And you know, in DC, the roads are fucked up in DC, so it's bumpity, 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 bump, 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 bump. It's terrible. What did I share today? Okay. You got look. We're gonna have to connect today, sis. Yes, it's been a minute, so we have to connect today. I'm gonna call. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Stay up, stay woke, because I'm gonna call you. So we get there. First of all, we got there at 10:01:01. That's what time the clock said on the ambulance when we crossed the threshold. Okay, sis. Thank you. Thank us. And I knew we were in the right place. Immediately when I saw that and I felt the shift when we crossed the threshold into the hospital, I knew we were in the right place. I felt it, and I just took a deep breath. I was already trying to be calm for Travis because, yes, things were not Things were not what they seemed, family. I mean, things were crazy, and I felt it. So when we got there, it was a lot of people. The first person who came in, and she came in right when I was speaking to my twin sister about signs and symbols. I was talking to her about signs and symbols and how we operate in spirit, and how you just gotta, you know, allow your intuition to be your guide. And I was talking to her about these things, and about me and Travis. And the sister came in the door and she said, y'all twins? I got a twin too. Miss Regina Smith, who's a PSA at Children's National. I give thanks. I give thanks for your calming spirit, your kind words, and for just for yes, for being in the right place at the right time to bring comfort and actually acknowledgement to what I was saying. You confirmed me, sis, and I'll give thanks for you to excuse me. These are all of Travis's nurses. These are all of the women that came to his aid. And actually, and every time they came to his aid, they asked me, they took the time to find out if I was okay too. They took the time to find out if I needed anything. I know they were just doing their job, but some of them went beyond. They went way beyond what their job description called them to be. It called them to do. Tosin. Mm, mm, mm. I love you, sis. I love you. She's a nurse at Children's National, family. Caroline, I love you. Connie, I love you. Sarah, Zoe, and Ginger. Zoe, I love you. I have to tell you, you came in and you look there's two sides of you, Zoe, because I saw you twice, but I saw two different yous. Spirit wanted me to let you know that you're not crazy, and yeah, it's just be free to be who you are. Be free to be who you are. And I guess she's gonna end up watching this video. Zoe, you need to go watch all of my videos. Go back some and watch my videos. Okay, you're gonna find something. You're gonna find out some information that you need. It's for you, just for you. Zoe, Ginger, I love you. Thank you for being my true reflection. This sister came in. And everybody is not who they seem. Ginger appears to be a white girl with reddish blonde hair and a couple of freckles, and she wore glasses, and she's so cute. She looked like a Ginger, family. She looked like a Ginger, but Ginger is my sister. Ginger, she let me know like everything that I'm doing was right. The vegetarian diet that we eat, the meditation that we do, the connecting back to nature. She's like, I do it too. And she's I think she was the nurse aide or something like that. I don't know, but she was assisting Zoe, and she actually stayed in the room with Travis so that I can go and get some fresh air and connect back to Mother. Yeah, she let me know that was okay. And I may have taken a little too long, but she was still there, and she was still waiting. She was there sitting, waiting when I got back. She wasn't gone, and nobody had taken her place. And I just give thanks. I give thanks to Liz, the nurse practitioner who took care of Travis. See, they put somebody else's name on the bill, but it was Liz, the nurse practitioner, who took care of my baby, who made sure that his burns were dressed well, who made sure that he stayed clean. She cleaned his hair for me. And see, Liz, the nurse practitioner, she was with child. And so, and she has other children too. And so she had the most compassion for us and for her, for Travis and for Mom as well. Like, and she every step of the way she was talking to Travis, she was letting him know this is what's gonna happen next, this is gonna happen next, this was gonna happen next, this is gonna hurt. She didn't lie to my son. She didn't tell him this is gonna hurt a little bit or this is gonna sting a little bit. No, she said this is gonna hurt. But I'm gonna do my best to make sure that it doesn't hurt more than it has to. Yes, and I give thanks. Thank you, Liz. I love you. To Liz, the nurse, that also, we had two Liz's. Maria, the PCT. To Lewis, who does linens, who came in while my son was sleeping and came in and told me, give it to God. Everything is going to be all right. He came in with a message from above, from the ancestors, from the spirit realm family. He came in with a message. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to say nothing to me, but he did. And what was so awesome is that I don't know what it was about my spirit that spoke to him, but he confessed. He confessed himself to me, Lewis. He confessed his sins. And he said that the only thing that he hopes for is a woman to love him in spite of himself, in spite of his shortcomings, in spite of his faults, in spite of everything bad that he's done. He just wants a woman to love him. And Lewis, you know you already got it. She's already on the way because that was divine. That was nothing but divine. You're forgiven. You already know it. You're forgiven. There is nothing under the sun that hasn't, I don't know about your karmic debt. I don't know what your entire story, but I know you told me you confessed to a perfect stranger. You didn't have to tell me nothing. But by your obedience, you will receive all that your heart's desire. All that your heart desires, you will receive it. And I give thanks. I thank you. Sorry. Sorry, sorry, bless your heart. She came, she just wanted to make sure Travis was okay. That's it. She just wanted to make sure Travis was good. And I appreciate you, Sorry. Thank you. I bless you. Marley and Amy, who came in from Child Life, who go to X-ray while we were there, family. And the sister that was in X-ray, beautiful sister, beautiful. She looked Ethiopian. She looked Egyptian. She looked she looked African, most definitely. Beautiful sister. Her name is Jordanos Michael. And while we were down there in X-ray, and I was telling her how everything was going, she said, and I was telling her how everybody's so beautiful, and she said, that's why we're here. We're here for the children. I do this for the children. I do this. This is my job. I do this to protect the children because I love all the children. And just her pleasantness, her pleasantness and her openness with me while she was taking care of Travis and making sure that he wasn't in too much pain, sitting in the chair, getting his x-rays. And she took such care. She was so gentle with my baby. She was so gentle with him. Like, all of these people made me cry. I ain't gonna lie. I was crying left and right. I was just bawling, boo-hoo-hooing because I'm a crybaby. But yeah, she was a beautiful soul too. She is a beautiful soul, and I give thanks for you too, Yordanos. To Sneha, who came in to do creative art with Travis. Travis was he wasn't really feeling nothing. He just didn't want to do much of nothing. But Sneha came in anyway. She came in anyway, and she let me know that she's with me. She's here, and she gave me her card. She said, if you need anything, just call. Look at this, family. Isn't this cute? This is what she gave us. I thought that was awesome. Yeah. Yeah. And she just stopped by to say hello. And that's all we needed. Sometimes that's all we needed while we were there was just a hello. These two. I can't say I saved the best for last, but I had to make them last because these two souls, they came in and they saw, they felt Travis's pain, but they saw mommy's pain too. They saw that I was holding on by a thread. They came in to take his blood because he kept spiking a fever, and they wanted to make sure that he wasn't getting infection. And this brother and this sister came in to take my son's blood. And the first thing they did was hug me. This brother walked up to me and just held me. All he did was he just held me. And I knew it was spirit because he said, it's all right, sister. It's all right, sis. You okay? You're in the right place. And everything is going to be all right. Just stay strong. And he just held me. And the brother's name is Ransom. Yes, he told me his name was Ransom. And the sister that was with him, and she rubbed my back. And that made all the difference. Jasmine and Ransom, I give thanks for you today and every day. Yes. And I send you peace and love and light and power for through all your days. Yes. Yes. May peace and love follow you all the days of your life. Jasmine and Ransom for seeing my heart and just bringing me peace, for allowing the ancestors to work through you. I give thanks. I give thanks to each and every one of you, to all of the souls at Children's National. I did see I did see some people that were there, and they were there just for a paycheck, family, and it's a sad thing. They were just giving their time away for a little bit of money. But the souls that I spoke over today, the names that I called today, these people are there for the children. And that's what we're here for, family. We are here to protect the children because they are the future. We have to teach them the right way to go. And all of these people are in alignment with the mission, with what's going on today, with what's happening. Teaching our kids the right way to go. Yeah, family. I also want to give a special thank you to my neighbor, Miss Judy Quiones. I love you. I love you. You are the mother. You the mother. You my mother away from my mother. You my second mother. And I know you. I know my daughter calls you mom, and I call you Miss Q. But you know you my mom. You know you my spiritual mom. Man, I can't wait to get out of here, family. I can't wait to get out of here. I know, Miss Q, we have to talk because I am leaving, and I know I know I'm gonna miss you. So we have to talk before I get out of here. Um, this is something else for another time. But yeah, I had to give thanks to Miss Q as well because Miss Q called and she made sure that my my daughters were okay while we were in the hospital. She made sure that the dog got fed and that everything was okay while I was gone. That everything was taken care of. And then when we got home, she made sure that we ate. My neighbors, all of my neighbors, it take a village, family. All of my neighbors came out and showed support. One neighbor brought us groceries when we got home. We got groceries. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to do anything but focus on healing Travis. Yeah. I gotta keep talking about it. This is healing, family. This is therapy. So I gotta keep talking about it as long as it takes. As long as it takes. I thought I was gonna write a letter, but this is better. This is better than a letter, family. Because I know each and every one of them is going to receive my spirit. They're going to receive it. That's what I know. I speak it, so shall it be. Mm, 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 mm. I give thanks to the ancestors. I give thanks for the elements. I honor and I acknowledge the elements. Air, fire, water, earth, and ether. I give thanks to the one creator. I give thanks to in turn the Most High Creator. I think I'm going to read this. How much of this is left? Oh shoot. I think I could read straight through this, family, and get to Prayer of the Wombniverse. I don't know how this is going to it says, to this day, our music, our voices, and our songs often tame the violent, beastly nature of all who would destroy or oppress our life. Yeah, family, that's why I listen. That's why I play music, because, music is life. Music is life, family. Picking back up where I left off, coming home to our true selves, and this is on page 14. Yes, and we have plenty of time, family. I'm not going nowhere. We are the original Lotus people, sweet, beautiful, illuminating, spiritual, and compassionate. The consciousness of one who lives in the Lotus state is Nefer Atum, a being of pure light who evolves out of the mud of challenge, where the lotus seed is fertilized and grows upward to blossom into a wondrously beautiful soul of light. Asar, Osiris, the first lotus master, is depicted on temple walls and papyrus scrolls with a lotus growing out of his feet. The priestesses were lotus women who wore lotus blossoms in their headbands. Tragically, we lost our way thousands of years ago, but some of us seek to remember. To spiritually and physically grow and blossom, by returning to our ancient ways. My mate is one who was touched by the ancients early in life. His first mentor was his father, James Georges, a Garveyite, like my father, in Tortola, British Virgin Islands. Although he was a Christian minister, he taught and guided his son in secrecy from the age of 5 in our ancient Kemetic legacy. And the seed his father planted in him at such a young age has grown into a sturdy tree. Many years later, after much study and application and meditation, my husband, Sen-Heru Ankh Ra Samaj, has been passing on this legacy by initiating many newly awakened Kemites into their Hapi or Nile Valley tradition. Myself am one with Sen-Er's most devoted students of our ancient path. For years I kept seeking my spiritual home in many beautiful cultural and spiritual paths from other races of people. In my search, I learned to love and appreciate all forms of spiritual life. Yet I was always a visitor. All those years I was on the outside looking in while I danced their dance of the spirit, chanted their words of praise, draped myself in their garments, and spoke in a foreign tongue. But now I have been blessed to find my way back home to self. My unique cultural expression of divinity now lives and has its breath and being within me. I'm no longer a stranger to our ancient ways. I am soul fulfilled because I am one with my beginnings. After 20 years on the path of purification, diligently cleansing my shai or karma, I was blessed with a living teacher who would be my chosen mate and my guide on the pathway home. I received my Ankh, my key of life, and was initiated into my legacy by Sen-Heru Ankh Ra Samaj Se Ptah, elder, priest, and healer in African high culture and spiritual life, who has initiated thousands into the ancient ways of the Mayatin Kemetic Nubian legacy. I am a returning ancestor, shaking off the dust and restoring my dry bones, for my legacy says that Ankh life is eternal. We never die. And that's true, family. I was going to post, look, I just, he's snapping the feather. Oh, let me put it here. Or maybe I'll put it down. That way, yeah, I won't keep. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, okay, that'll work. And y'all don't have to see it. And I can keep scratching my nappy hair. It's not really nappy, but it's locked, so F it. I wrote, where is my journal? Oh, it's right here. I knew I was prepared. I wrote, I don't even need the book. I have it. I wrote, cross my heart, hope to live, never die, nobody really dies. Nobody really dies anyway. That's what I wrote. Cross my heart, hope to live, not hope to die. Because you know that saying, cross my heart, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye, stick a needle in my eye. I was like, I'm not sticking a needle in my eye, and I don't hope to die. I hope to live. So, yeah, I'm going to live. Cross my heart, hope to live, family. And I am going to post it anyway, because I wrote it down. It makes sense, and this just reminded me. We never die. And since I'm part of that eternity, I have been blessed to pick up where I left off thousands of years ago. Because knowledge of self is in my DNA, in my melanin, I am blessed because my people were the ones who taught the world about Enter, the one all creator, about true holistic living and natural healing, and about respect for elders, nature, and community. We even We even taught humanity, astronomy, and astrology, how to read the planets and the stars. We were very spiritually attuned before foreigners began to plague our land and our green fields and destroy our spiritual wealth. It is my people, the earth's elders, who gave the world science, math, and laying on of hands, reflexology, art, music, and dance, a legacy of magnificent beauty. So it is with tremendous gratitude that we now realign ourselves with the ancient Mayatin way. It has brought glory to our past, and it can help us today. A brief overview of pre-dynastic Kemet, early Egypt, our story, by Haru Ankh-Ra Samaj. We Kemites coming into consciousness today hold in our ancestral memory a vision of the origins of Kemetic, ancient Nubian, Egyptian, high culture very different from that of modern Egyptology. One favorite Egyptological spin is the notion that Stone Age hunters fleeing a Nordic ice age wound up in the then fertile Sahara. When it dried up, they migrated to the lush Nile Delta to become the founders of science, government, philosophy, religion, astronomy, architecture, and medicine. Another favorite Egyptological belief is that the Egyptian, quote-unquote, Egyptian people picked up the art of agriculture from the early Neolithic farmers of Mesopotamia. Another error is Egyptologists' irritating tendency to speak of African and Egyptian culture as if they are two separate entities. Sadly, this way of thinking seems endemic in the citadels of modern Egyptology. These scholars remain uncomfortable with anything that reveals genius coming from a central equatorial African source. Hence, terms such as Ice Age hunters and Mesopotamian farmers brain-stain humanity into accepting the Egyptological lie, the stolen lie, the Egyptological lie of a primordial northern origin to account for the flowering of the Happy or Nile Valley civilization. But the black bones at Old Duvide Gorge in Kenya that George Leakey leaked out, the primordial bones of Lucy in the far regions of Kush, Ethiopia, and those in Monomotapa, South Africa, do not lie. Neither do the richly melanated skins of the Sahu, whose so-called mummies, found in the Valley of the Kings and the Valley of the Queens. Our Anu-Twa ancestors, now insultingly labeled pygmies, were the originators of pre-dynastic Kemetic civilization and built the holy city of Anu, biblical on Greek Heliopolis. These same Anu later migrated to become the Ainu of Japan and the Ta-Anu, Taino of the West Indies. Our exalted Africa-Nubian civilization existed for untold millennia before the inhabitants of the northern zone were ever heard of. And when the northerners finally succeeded in conquering the Africa-Nubian blameless ones, whether Cambyses the Persian, 525 BCE, the Greek Alexander 330 BCE, or the Romans Antony and Caesar 30 BCE, they lacked the cultural and spiritual astuteness to sustain the Mayatin righteous principles that made Kemetic civilization so lasting and great. If one honestly seeks to learn the originators of Kemetic culture and civilization, it is to the oral history and oldest writing of Kemites that it is to the oral history and oldest writing of Kemites themselves that one must go. In sections of the Book of Coming Forth by Day from Night, the so-called Egyptian Book of the Dead, in the pyramid text and in the coffin text, my ancestors continuously refer to a star-born origin. The kings and queens who sat on the lion's throne of Horus, in the Happy or Nile Valley called themselves Sa-Ra. son of the sun, and Sat-Ra, daughter of the sun, respectively. Our first earth mother, Isis, was born from the star called Sirius. Our first earth father, Asar or Cyrus, was born in the constellation of Sa, Orion. We Africans were star trekkers for untold thousands of years before Captain Kirk's Star Trek. Listen to Muthetep, Mother Peace, a queen of the 5th dynasty, in a quote from her own papyrus, British Museum number 1001, 10,010, sheet 3. I have come forth from between the thighs of divinity in Teru. I have been conceived by Sekhmet, and I have been brought forth at the door of the star Sirius, the foremost who is long of strides along the celestial path of Ra, day after day. Mm, 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 mm. Y'all, this shit just keeps getting realer and realer. The more I read and the more research I do and the more researching that I do, the more I go within, the more tapping in I do, the more I find out about myself. I discovered Sekhmet, the the I want to say the lioness deity, the cat deity, Sekhmet. Yes, she is the mother of creation. I mean, Isis, but they're all the same. That's the thing. They're all the same deity. They're all the same goddess, the same Ast, Isis, Sekhmet, Bastet, Maya, Newt. Yes, they're. Say shit. Anyway, family, we're gonna keep it moving. Yes. Divine Mother. Divine Mother. Divine, that's what they keep calling me, Divine Mother. They keep calling me Divine Mother. Oh, the Pastor Real family, Pastor Real. I live a pest-free life. I'm going to read this again, family. I have come forth from between the thighs of divinity in Teru. I have been conceived by Sekhmet. I have been brought forth at the door of the star Sirius, the foremost who is long of strides along the celestial path of Ra, day after day. Listen to another Kemite from Sesh or Papyrus at Paris. I rise like a mighty star in the star world. Let me journey through it like the son of Ra. I am Heru, heir of Asar. I have received his Nemi's crown in the star world. To this very day, the Dogon people of Mali, who trace their beginnings to the Happy Nile Valley, still celebrate the orbital cycles of Sirius B around Sirius A. They call Sirius B Potolo the seed star. Modern Egyptologists such as Martin Bernal, the author of Black Athena, the Afro-Asiatic roots of classical civilization, now admit that the people who created the early Egyptian civilization flowed from the sources of the river Happy in Kush, Ethiopia, and Kenset, Nubian Sudan. Oh, because southern origins are unmistakably black and African, some European Egyptologists have held that Egypt is in the Middle East. That Egypt is part of the entire African continent and is evident to all except the most voluntarily blind. Any researcher who attempts to present a brief outline of Kemetic history is confronted by a mass of Egyptologian gobbledygook of foreign names and conflicting timelines, dynasties, and data. However, they all seem to toe the line of a first dynasty beginning in 3100 BCE. One who graduates out of Egyptology to embrace Kemetology soon discovers, though, that the Kemetic mind deals with past, present, and future simultaneously. That's facts, family. The story of Kemet is a cyclical one, cycles. As the Western world enters its third millennium, anyone of Kemetic consciousness who needs to celebrate dates has countless beginnings to choose from. In 10,500 BCE, the Sphician Nubian Kemites of the Happy Nile Valley unified to build Heru-Akhet, the Sphinx, to honor Sekhmet, the lioness, cosmic mother, healer, who had rid the land of the enemies of Ma'at. The Sphicians, historically called Shasu, Hyksos, the nomadic shepherd worshippers of Seth, in turn of the desert and storms. In 4240 BCE, the Heru king Nermer, known as Egyptologists as the pharaoh Narmer or Menes, reinstituted a lost unity and declared the Smai or unification of Tawi, the two regions, Kemet and Kinset, Egypt and Nubia or Kush. In the year 2000, if we choose the provable date of an age of Leo beginning 10,500 BCE, we would be at the halfway mark of our 13th millennium, 2500 post-HU, the Sphinx. If we choose numbers 4240 BCE, the beginning of the age of Taurus, we are at the 1/4 mark of our 7th millennium since the reunification Smai Tawi by Narmer. This would be 6240 Smai Tawi. If we choose to date from King Tutankhamun, it would be 3373 since Aten Ra. How long have Kemites been on planet Earth? Our traditions say from the first times. So we are not confused by conjectured Egyptological dates. We look at our story to gather the lessons of our past errors so that we may correct them. But most important, we gather the enduring values of Ma'at, righteous healing with truth, light, and order, that we may live them and practice them. The evidence of Kemetic glory and downfall has been captured on temple walls and Sesh papyrus. Kemet rose and fell because no civilization can escape the law of cycles. What goes around comes around. What goes up comes down to rise again. People ask, if the ancient Egyptians were so great, how or why did they fall? Just let them reflect and meditate on the law of cycles. Some of the signs of the pending fall from glory are mirrored on the walls in the killing of animals for food and sacrifice, and in the killing of humans in war. The walls are replete with the story of a glorious, peaceful civilization forced to make chariots, which they did not invent, to defend themselves from the northern Asiatics and the southern Sphicians, who worked against the principles of Ma'at, order, righteousness, and reciprocity. We focus on times of Smai Tawi, unity, as our model because there is unity. Oh, let me read that over, family. We focus on times of Smai Tawi unity as our model because where there is unity, there is healing taking place. Today, humanity is disunified, therefore sick with violence, pestilence, and war. It must be healed. The rebirth of the Smai Tawi Nubian Kemetic Ma'at paradigm is upon us. Once we overcome the Egyptological preoccupation with dates and dynasties, then all humanity can have access to the Smai Tawi. Heal thyself, know thyself, love thyself. Be thyself, Mayashan way of ascension and renaissance. Oh, Kemet, what historical lies have been told of you through your present-day distorted name, Egypt. O Nubian Kushite Kemetic ancestors, Western man is claiming that he came from the north to build the pyramids with bricks and straw, thanks to Hollywood. Ann Baxter is Nefertiti, and Yul Brynner is Ramses. Hollywood's Stargate has desecrated Ra as an epicene demon, and the mummy's curse has been unleashed in a sorry effort to sow doubt and fear among people, all of whom need Ma'at, truth, righteousness, and fairness in their lives. But they will fail to know it because Ma'at is a principle hidden behind the gates of a cosmic divine high culture whose door was supposed to remain sealed by the invention of the word sound, Egypt. The biblical curses against Egypt would scare most people away from discovering the glittering heritage that awaits their claim. For an even older version of our creation story, one can examine the Shabaka stone, now preserved in the British Museum in London, England. It tells us that Ptah Sekhmet, Great Mother, Father Creator, became the first ruler guide of the Cometians. Ptah and Sekhmet established the Hesepu, nomes, the states or administrative divisions of the country, and constructed the temples and shrines. They fashioned the statues and figurines of the Enteru and put them in their places. Egyptologists refer to this time as the rule of the gods. The Shabaka stone also refers to the drowning of Asar or Cyrus and his resuscitation by his wife Isis and her sister Nephthys. The lives of the citizens of Kemet were centered around the temple, much like the state capitol or city hall of modern times. Reverence for the divine permeated all aspects of life in Kemet. The culture was spiritual, not religious. Religion is modern, whereas spirituality is primordial. The very word religion is drawn from the Latin word religare or religio, which means to GTFOH family. I just saw something and I can't share it with y'all. It's okay. Religion is drawn from the Latin word religare or religio, which means to tie back or to tie again. Since the Kemets saw their lives as intrinsically connected to divinity, there was no reason to be tied. It was those who saw themselves as alienated from the divine who invented religion and its attendant competitive dogmas to tie them fast to their spiritual vision. Kemetic consciousness perceives itself as surrounded, enveloped, saturated, nurtured, and immersed in divinity, like the fish in the ocean. Kemites have no need to invent religion. Spiritual immersion was the mode of existence. This view empowered our Kemetic ancestors. They entertained no doctrine or salvation by proxy. Ma'at demands personal responsibility and accountability. There is no vicarious atonement. When you live in Ma'at, every day is Judgment Day. Family. When you live in Ma'at, every day is Judgment Day. Every day is Judgment Day, as every day is a new day, and you live every day as a new day, and you live in Ma'at. Every day is Judgment Day. Facts. Another fatal error of Egyptology is the use of terms gods and goddesses to describe the attributes, aspects, and differentiations of Entur or divinity. Western concepts of divinity give us an objective male god up in heaven, somewhere ruling over a hierarchy of all male angels and little boy cherubs. This will never do for the Kemite. Kemite. From the beginning, Kemetic cosmology was maiatical, balanced. It taught of in turn a mother, father, creator. The Interu, divine attributes, were likewise feminine and masculine. For example, Ptah, Sekhmet, Amen Ra, Mut, Tahuti, Ma'at, Ast, Asar. This way of viewing the divine that filtered down into everyday life was myatrical. Peace and love, Deborah. I see you, sis. Peace and love this rising. How you doing? This way of viewing the divine that filtered down into everyday life was myatrical, matriarchal, or matriarchal family, but she put Mayat in front of matriarchal. Mayat. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yes, this place is haunted. That's why I'm getting out of here. No, family, it's not a real haunting. I mean, there's beings in here, but they don't bother anybody. They just doing the same thing over and over again. It's like they're stuck in a time warp or something. Yeah, I'm glad to see you too, sis. I'm glad to see you. I love you. Women enjoyed a measure of equality unduplicated in these so-called modern times. The Greeks and Romans were appalled at the level of freedom of Kemetic women who could own property and function as queens, high priestesses, and living oracles. Talking about me, family. The lineage of kings are transmitted through the mother, as was inheritance. The Mayatocracy, righteous government of the ancient Kemets, eclipsed the democracy of modern times, whose hallmark has been suppression and oppression of women, coupled with a pervasive and undercurrent of racism. Pervasive undercurrent of racism. In order to begin to understand the spirituality of the ancient Kemites, it is important to open your consciousness and familiarize yourself with the Kemetic cosmological legacy that created the Mayatocracy. If you pray for guidance as you experience the 9 gateways of initiation, you will discover what your Kemetic ancestors always knew, that your so-called spiritual life and your normal life are truly one. And it just brought it all back, family, to what I was talking about in the beginning. When you, yeah, and I just read that. And we went through the gateways. I went through with Ife we started last year and she finished earlier this year, and then we started over again. And I ended up in Gateway 1, stuck in the Gateway, family. I was suspended. I say suspended in the Gateway because I was all up in it and trying to find my voice, Tahuti. Whose female aspect is Sesheta. You can look it up. Sesheta. Yes. And he is the keeper of the word. She is the creator of the word. Yes, and they are scribes. Yes, they are the scribes. They keep the words, the sacred word. Keepers of the word. I'm gonna read this. No, I'm gonna skip this because it's a list of the Interu, the ancient Kemetic Nubian spiritual energies. If you want to see it, yeah, send me a message if you're following along with me and you want to see this glossary of ancient Kemetic terms and list of ancient Kemetic Nubian spiritual energies. Basically the deities, family, the Kemetic deities. Do the work. Yeah, and you'll see that as you do the work and as you you progress in your own personal journey, your spiritual walk and your normal walk, yes, like this physical, you'll see that it is one and the same. It's one and the same, family. You'll look at things differently. You'll see the sky different. You'll see the birds different. You'll see the you know what I'm saying, crumbs differently. Yeah, crumbs will fall on the floor and you'll be like, well, that says yes. Your alphabet soup will have a new meaning, family. Yes. Prayer for the Wombniverse, and then I'm gonna close out, okay? And this is on page 20. This is before we go into part 2, womb wisdom. Prayer for the Wombniverse. I call upon the divine creator to protect my womb and the wombs of our daughters. Heal our wombs for all wicked. Heal our wombs from all wickedness. From this day forward, we must speak up for and guard our wombs with all our inner power as we call on the ancient African spirit of Meshkenet, African guardian angel of the sacred womb. I call upon the African spirit of Mayat for womb balance and wellness. I call upon the spirit of Het Heru within me to demonstrate divine love of my womb and absolute harmony. I call upon the spirit Tahuti within me so that I may make wise decisions on behalf of my womb's restoration. I call upon Ast, the great African mother spirit within me, to inspire the continuous nurturing of my sacred womb. I affirm that all abuse and desecration of the womb are to be no more. My womb speaks and commands peace upon the earth and throughout the wombniverse. Through the healing of my womb, all wars shall cease. Ooh, I gotta say that again. Through the healing of my womb, all wars shall cease. Through the healing of my womb, all men and womb men shall be at peace. Earth Mother, because of the peace within my womb, tidal waves, hurricanes, tornadoes, volcanic eruptions, floods, and earthquakes shall cease. According to my womb, there will be peace. For it is my womb that is the spiritual coordinator of all activity on this sacred earth and all the worlds within the wombniverse. Women, guard your womb and guard it well, so wickedness will no longer exist. According to my womb, peace. Ashe. Ashe. I'm going to close this book out. I'm going to close this part out, and then I'm going to do a little bit of announcements. I am a divine. I am divine. I am a distinctive, beautiful flower and a healing herb with a heart, a mind, breasts, buttocks, and a womb. I come with sacred earth medicine to heal myself. I ain't lying, family. I do come with sacred earth medicine. That right there, I don't know if y'all can see that, but that right there, that red bag right there, that's my medicine bag, family. Yeah, I keep it close to me. Yes, that is my medicine bag. I won't put it in a box. Nah, cause that has to stay close to me. Yeah. Womb wisdom. Let me bookmark my page so I won't. We starting in part 2 when I come back to y'all on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday. And I think I honestly, fam, I was doing it 1 day a week, but I think I'm gonna come to you 3 days. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do my best. I'm going to come to you all 3 days a week. I'm gonna start Sunday and I'm gonna do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I'm hoping that it works out that way. Sacred woman, because I feel like now I'm coming into a realization that 1 day is not enough. I want to get as much of this in during the week as possible, and I know that I've got not a lot on my plate, Not a lot at all, family. I'm busy doing nothing at all. I'm focused within. So when I'm not focusing within, I like to share. Basically, I like to share, and so I come to you all to share my journey with you. And yeah, I definitely want to get this in more than once a week. And since I'm moving, the show will be going on the road with me, so I'll be coming to you kind of like ad hoc. That's what it's called, ad hoc. Whenever spirit moves me. Don't expect my show to be a regular show, like stationary, for it to be, at the same time every week. I think Thursdays are pretty most definite. Thursdays at 11 p.m. That show is pretty solid. Friday open mic night is pretty solid. Those 2 nights are most definite, and Sunday, whatever time. I say 8, but whatever time spirit moves me. A lot of times, spirit will move me to start a show at like 8:08 or 11:11. Not on the hour.
90 seconds.
90 seconds. You hear that, it's going to say 60 seconds. It's going to do all of that. You're going to hear it on Facebook. It's going to go off, but I'm going to keep talking because I know I got more time than that. Yeah. Matter of fact, family, to all of my family on the Blog Talk and on Facebook, check out the Blog Talk, family.
60 seconds.
blogtalkradio.com/Her Ageless Mind. Support the Blog Talk. I do have a GoFundMe. I'm raising funds to get the equipment that I need to make this Blog Talk a success. Yeah, family. It's a lot of things that I need. It's a lot. But I'm willing to work for them. So there it is. The GoFundMe is there. You can support it if you want. If you don't, I love you anyway. Support a sister in need. You can donate to paypal.me.
10 seconds.
paypal.me/Her Ageless Mind. And the GoFundMe is gofundme.com/Her Ageless Mind. You all support that. And yeah. I'm going to keep bringing this truth and light to you all each and every week anyway. Yeah, look this feather. This feather is making sure that its presence is known, family. That's the feather of my eye. Truth and righteousness and reciprocity. Yes, family. And that's the key. That's the key to us working together is each and every one of us coming together in our own truth and our own righteousness and reciprocating, family. Reciprocate. That's all you got to do. If you standing in your own truth and your own righteousness and your own and your self-love, then everything else will be, everything else will flow. That's reciprocity. Everything else will flow. Let me see if I have anything else. I have to man, I've written so much, family. This is just this not little bit, this a lot bit right here. This is just like 4 days worth. Like this notebook right here is not even a whole month old. This was not even a whole. No, I take that back. It is a month old, but majority of this book I wrote in just July alone. Yeah. I had to stop because my hands was hurting. They was hurting bad. They were hurting bad, so I had to stop. It was a time where I wasn't writing. I feel like, family, I haven't written a letter to myself yet. You know that song? Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play the song.
Loving myself has been difficult, simply to be who I am, just to believe that who I am is perfect. Looking in the mirror, here's my chest. I wrote a letter to myself and I sent it right away. I said I love you more and more each day. I wrote a letter to myself and I sent it right away. I said I love you more and more each day. I looked at my face, my eyes, my smile, and that's when I realized it had been here all the while. I looked at myself, so strong, tall and proud. I looked in my heart and I knew love was found. I wrote a letter to myself and I sent it right away. I said I love you more and more each day. Hey, I wrote a letter to myself and I sent it right away. I said I love you more and more each day.
Family. I'm gonna let it ride. Yeah, I'm gonna let that ride. That's I open my heart to in turn right there. I still haven't written myself a letter. But I tell myself every day, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love myself. And I let it be known that I love myself. I love you more and more. I love myself more and more every day. And the more I love myself, the more love I have to give to the rest of the world. I realize that this is probably too loud for me to be talking over. Okay, that's better. So I realize I write myself I don't write myself a love letter, but I write myself a letter every day. Every day that I write in my journal, every day that I write, every day that I put words to paper or that I type and hit save, I'm writing myself a letter. And I'm able, the shiznit part is that I get to go back and reference myself. I get to go back and read all that I wrote to myself, all that I told myself, all that Spirit has shown me. Yes, all that my higher self has revealed to me, I get to go back and reference it, family. I get to go back and memorize it or remember. I get to go back and see myself. I get to go back and see. Look, I'm gonna keep flipping my hair. I ain't gonna lie. This feather it's still there. All right, this my feather is a trip. I'm having fun with it. I ain't lying, family. I'm having fun with this feather. I think I might leave it there for the rest of the day. Just to remind me. I open my heart to enter, and I won't turn back. Alright, family. This shit is getting out of hand. Yeah, I had Terminix come in here. Oh, Terminix. I paid Terminix to come in here and get rid of these damn bugs, but they still here, family. It's because the house is empty. It's because we're leaving. We're getting the hell up out of here. But, my stuff is sealed off, so I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about taking none of these mother suckers with me. I'm going to pull a card, family, before we close out. I'm going to pull a card for everyone that's listening on the Blog Talk and everybody that's watching on Facebook. I'm going to pull a card for everybody. This is for just for today. Wow. Just that fast. No, this has got to be a good reading. This is for everyone. Woo. Family, I don't know if y'all know about reading tarot cards, but actual playing cards, reading playing cards. I don't know how many of y'all read playing cards, but these playing cards, these came to me. These are divine, family. This is divine order right here. These cards came to me, and then the book came to me, and then Spirit was like, read. No, but for real, I actually can interpret the cards. I don't just read them. I feel and sense and know what they're saying to me. I use the book as a reference. Some people like to challenge my authority. So I always got backup. My cards, my judgment cards came back. I have a Joker. The black Joker and the red Joker is, consciousness, judgment. Yeah. They came back to me, so I get to put them in the deck. See? I actually had to I didn't have to use them, but I had to, I had to do a judgment reading. And there's only 2 jokers in the deck. There's only 2 jokers, so it can go good or it can go bad. And then there's a chance that a joker won't get pulled. But if spirit moves, these cards don't lie, family. These cards don't lie. If I pull a judgment card, it's your judgment. And that, what I'm saying, and the difference between getting your wings and getting your ass. For real, family, there's a difference between there's a difference between the two, and the difference is good and bad. up and down, opposites, you know, that's what they are. There's only two jokers in the deck, and they are opposites. They really are. Like, some people say the red joker is higher than the black joker, or the black joker is higher than the red joker. In my deck, the red joker is Christ consciousness. You know, like the red writing in the Bible. That's when Christ was speaking. Yeah, that's what the red joker is for. And the black one is like the Grim Reaper. Yes, family, it's real. It's very real. Okay, so this lets me know that, let me see, the Ace of Spades, only because I seen it, I'm going to read it, but this is not the card. Death or completion, family. So we're at a place of completion. It is true that this card has a bad image and symbolizes death. It has, however, earned more of a bad reputation than it deserves. This bad reputation may have come about because of the dramatization of its meaning in the opera Carmen. When Carmen draws the Ace of Spades, she sings about her doomed fate. Whatever the reason, though, remember that this card also means the end of or the completion of something, either of a relationship you know of, your own relationship, a project, or whatever. All things have a beginning, and the Ace of Spades is the completion of that cycle. So the Ace of Spades is, in this case, is completion of cycles, family. It's the completion of cycles. It could mean death as well, because I'm speaking about the Judgment cards, family. But in this case, it's completion of cycles. And so the card that I pull will be, it will cover completion of cycles. It's going to expound on completion, because right now we are at the completion of a cycle, family. We're getting ready. We are moving into a new cycle, which is actually like the first cycle. It's not really a new cycle. We're going into an old but new. We're going into the first cycle. We're going back into it, family. So this is a completion. Um the completion could be a pleasant or unpleasant. It is a difficult card for those who are especially resistant to change. Sometimes this card will push someone into the next stage of development, especially for those who have been wishy-washy in the past. Whenever you see this card, remember that it takes much courage and inner wisdom to make the right choices. You must be strong in any decision you make at this time. Okay, family, so this has to do with completion and making choices. So we all, everybody got choices. Everybody got choices. So be careful with the choices that you make, family. Be careful with the choices that you make. Speak life and continue to think positive in this time, because right now is a time for, it's actually like mass manifestation going on. Like, we're manifesting on not just a personal level, but a larger level, family. So be careful careful what you wish for, careful what you speak out of your mouth. Always keep my eyes and hekau, words of power. Yes, words of power in your mouth. Never destruction, family. Like, right now is a time for building and connecting with your family, the family of light. Yes, family, it's time for us to build and connect with one another. So be careful with your words. Make sure that you're speaking life into your existence. Speak life into your own existence, and let it carry you forward. This card has to do with endings of cycles, and for some it could be death. Death of an old thing, and death to something that no longer serves you. Let's put it that way. Death to something that no longer serves you. But this card, ooh, family. Eight of Spades. Eight of Spades. Eight of Spades. The eight. Wow. Wow, family. I love pulling cards for the collective because I get to tap in. I get to tap in. This is something bigger than myself. This is something much bigger than just this physical shell and this soul that is within. It's something greater than myself, family. This card. Wow. I thought so, yeah. Family, everything is changing. Everything is changing. I gave a shout out to Flo Braun earlier today because she was talking about it. She's talking about how things are breaking down around us. The fabric of our reality, the very fabric of our reality is breaking down. So things are changing constantly. Sis, this just confirms everything that you said. Like, this is it right here. This is that immediate change that we're seeing. Things are coming apart so that other things can come together. And this is for the collective. This is not just you or me, or, you know what I'm saying, the cat down the road. Shout out to Infinite Waters. Everything works together for the good, for the greater good, family. And yeah, shout out to Infinite Waters. Peace and love, King. I'm just gonna read it, family. I'm just gonna read it. Immediate change. This card is regarded as the change card. It means that something inside of you, triggered either by your circumstances or your true will, is about to make you do something in an unorthodox manner. It is this type of card that makes a shy person find his or her voice, or a loudmouth start to listen. The change is strong and empowering, and in this case, it's imminent. Yes, in this case, family, it's imminent because these are the changes that are occurring around us, each and every one of us. If you're seeing it, then you know. If you're not, hold on. It's coming because, we all we're all on our own path, our own journey, and we realize things in our own timing. Yes, each and every one of us. I love you all. Eight of Spades and immediate change, and that's for the collective, and that's for those changes must occur. Those changes must occur. So be an allowance, family. Be an allowance and allow things to happen. Allow the changes in your life. Allow the changes that are occurring in your life to occur. Allow them to flow so that you may remain in alignment with your truth and your own righteousness, that you may remain in alignment with spirit and the ancestors, and the message that they are bringing to you, to you, because your ancestors speak to you. Remember that. Yeah. Did I have any other announcements? Peace and love to all the listeners. Peace and love to the children of Isis Ra'el. Yes, peace and power, family. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Anyone that tuned in on the live feed on Facebook, and all of my listeners on the blog talk. Until next time, which will probably, I'm hoping, God willing. Let the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? Let the ancestors come down and guide me. Let it be so. So shall it be. I want to come to you all every day. And so that's the goal. That's what we're working on each and every day. Come to you. Facebook Live. I probably won't do the blog talk live every day on Facebook, but on days like this where I can sit and actually speak to you all and read peacefully, I will. As long as I can. I will. That's it, family. That's it. I'm all out of words.
Free from anger, free from disease, free from pain and codependency. I can heal my wound, a healing, healing me. I cried a river of tears that healed for the dear young sister who could have been my daughter. She was sexually molested from the age of 7 by her father and her uncle, her father's brother. No one ever seemed to notice what tragedy had befallen this little girl. In the end, years of pain and grief led her to contract cancer of the womb. She died at age 29 from a broken heart and a broken womb. May her soul finally rest in peace. I cry a river of tears that heal for wounds that screech and scream as they are ripped and torn. I yanked with 1, 2, 3, 4 abortions. Again, left bleeding on a table of regret, with a gaping hole in their soul, of unhealed, bruised wounds. I can heal my wound, a healing, healing me. I can heal my wound, a healing, healing me. Oh, great news, please guide me on this road of tranquility. I can heal my wound, a healing, healing